Good morning, everybody. Bill Knutson here, New York Sports with an Attitude. Well, we'll go over the Mets' last few games, talk about last weekend with the Giants and the Jets, and now we're into week 3 as of Thursday. The Jets played Thursday night to start week 3. Giants are playing later on today, so we'll talk a bit about that. I guess I'll congratulate the Yankees. They locked up a wild card spot yesterday. I hate it, but it's New York Sports with an Attitude. So attitude's a little crabby that the Yankees are in, and the Mets have been out since June. But it is what it is. I congratulate the Yankees. They're barring a collapse, they will have the number 1 playoff spot, the number 1 wild card playoff spot, and they'll be hosting the Oakland A's. And that's big if you're going to play in a one-game playoff. Obviously, anything can happen, but you don't want to have to travel all the way across the country to play in their place. So, excuse me. Congratulations to the Yankees. All right, Mets last few days. Later on this afternoon at 1:30, I believe, Mets are wrapping up their final road trip of the season. A 10-game road trip. They lost 2 out of 3 in Boston. They lost 2 out of 3 in Philadelphia. And so far, they've won 2 of the first 3 in Washington. So they're 4-5 on this road trip. Hopefully they'll, with Mats today, they'll take out the Nationals again, take 3 out of 4, and make a 500 road trip. If they had won yesterday and today, they could have ended up 500 on the road for the season, which is pretty solid. But the bad part is they're 9 games under 500 at home. They're actually a better road team than home team this year. Hopefully that'll change next year. But anyway, DeGrom, was DeGrom the other night in Washington. 7 innings, 1 run, just like he's been all year. His 23rd straight. Start with 6 innings and 3 runs or less, quality start, and 27th straight start of that not giving up 3 runs or more, regardless of how many innings he pitched. Both major league records. So he's been awesome. And finally, they scored 4 runs, which was enough for him to win. So right now, his ERA is a stellar 1.77. His record is 9-9. Unreal. He should have 20 wins. But he's got 1 more start Wednesday at home against the Braves. He must win it, in my opinion, and dominate in that start to have any chance at the Cy Young. As I've been saying for a while, he is not going to get the Cy Young with the 8-9 record or whatever it was at the times I was saying it. Right now he's 9-9, 177. He must pitch really well and get the win in Atlanta, against Atlanta. Otherwise, he's not going to get the Cy Young. Now, I'm hearing that, people are saying he's going to win it and win it comfortably. I hope so. I hope that's right, but I'm not buying it. Especially if he loses Wednesday, you're going to give the Cy Young to somebody with a losing record? I don't see it. So, if he has any chance, he must pitch great on Wednesday against the Braves, and he must win, in my opinion, to have any shot at the Cy Young Award. And if he loses, I don't think he'll get it at all. So, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully he's great, gets the win, and runs away with the Cy Young. Certainly that's what I'm hoping for. All right, so 1:30 this afternoon, Mets in Washington, last road game of the season. And then we come home for 3 with the Braves and 3 with the Marlins to finish out a tough 2018. Excuse me. Okay. Jets last weekend. I thought they would actually win that game, hosting Miami, coming off the domination opening night in Detroit. I thought they'd actually be 2-0, but they didn't get it done and they lost at home to Miami. And then this past Thursday to start week 3, I predicted the Jets would lose, and they lost. For the first time since about Christmas time 2016, the Browns got into the win column. And I did predict that, unfortunately, Jets fans, as you know. If you were watching the show, I did predict Cleveland to win. Jets had a 14-0 lead. And when they scored that second touchdown to take the 14-0 lead, what is that idiot Isaiah Crowell doing? Taking the ball, wiping his rear end like he's taking a dump. I mean, just classless, just a classless idiot. Because this generation, it's all about me. All about me, all about me. Doesn't care that it's going to cost them 15 yards and get a penalty. He doesn't care because the spotlight has to be on him. So not only does he look like a total jerk doing that stupidity in the end zone when he scored the touchdown, you ended up losing the game. So you blew the 14-0 lead, you lost the game, so you look even more like a putz than you did. Act like a professional, will you? I mean, have fun, yeah. But sitting there, pretending like you're taking a dump, I mean, really? I mean, those things are funny, whatever, but not on a football field. Not when you're the Jets. You're not the Patriots. You don't have, the winning pedigree. You have a lot of losing. And I think it's going to be this way too this year, because I predicted like 6-10 for the Jets. So stop acting like an idiot. You're not that great a player. Act like you've been there before, and you look even more stupid because you ended up losing the game anyway. But anyway, we'll see what happens next week for the Jets. But after that resounding victory in Detroit, they laid an egg the next two games, and they won 2. The Giants just haven't been good. The defense has been okay. They gave up 20 in their opening loss to Jacksonville. And this past Sunday night against the hated Cowboys in Dallas, we gave up 20 again and lost 20-13. But it wasn't even that close. I mean, I hate the Cowboys with a passion. Always have, always will. But I have to give them credit. Their defense came to play. They shut down the running game. They were pressuring Eli all night long. Limiting Odell Beckham, limiting Saquon. Saquon had a bunch of catches, but he couldn't really bust loose because Cowboys' defense was very good. And our offense never got going. Our defense was okay, not terrible. I mean, we gave up 20 again. That's not awesome, but it's not horrible. But Cowboys had a really good defensive scheme and kept us under control. And the 20-13 final score is misleading. We were never that close. So, got to give it up for the Cowboys. They played really well. Hopefully we'll get revenge on them in Week 17 in New York when we play them again. And this week, as I predicted a Jets loss to Cleveland, I'm predicting a third straight loss for the Giants down in Houston. I don't see them beating Houston. Houston's got a good offense. The defense is solid for Houston, and I don't know, the offensive line I thought was improved hasn't really played like it's improved. So I'm predicting an 0-3 start for the Giants. Sorry, Giants fans. I'm a lifelong Giants fan. You see all the Giants Super Bowl championship things behind me. But I don't see it happening in Houston today, but hopefully I'm wrong. All right. I mean, we got the Giants, 1 o'clock today. We got the Mets at 1:30. So don't miss either one of those things, Switch back and forth or put both on the screen if your TV allows you to do that. And it's 9:15 Sunday morning, so I'm going to get ready to have a few friends over. Watch to make sure on my fantasy team I don't need to make any changes. My New York Attitude Fantasy team, 0-2. They're struggling like the Giants to start. But hopefully we'll rebound and get our first victory of the season. All right. Mets and Giants this afternoon. Don't miss it. Have a great day, whatever you're doing. Subscribe to the show. I'd appreciate that. Check out the Mets and Giants later on, but whatever you do, have a great day. As always, thank you everybody for watching. Have a wonderful Sunday, and I'll catch you next time. See you.